What's up, everybody? Welcome to Honkai Star Rail. This is an interesting game since during on the Genshin days, but they decided to add some Honkai Star Rail as a RPG fast-pacing battle. So, what is Star Rail to be asked? It's a space adventure game. It's just a lot of characters, such as it's similar for Genshin, but this time it's a bit of difference. So you can see there are a lot of things into this area. Some sort with some news to explore. Lots of stuff's going on. So since today is gonna be a first year anniversary, like you can see me, I was doing some sort with the on Twitch.tv /Arisa Omega 7 to see a lot of things of the stories and lots of things going on. But since it's going to be a first year anniversary, there is a major spoiler alert for this one if you proceed to go in the story. However, if you wanted to go to play Star Rail, now's your chance to sign in and wait until April 26th because the actual date to start a debut when the first time ever Honkai Star Rail. Plus, additional, they have some jades known as the 1,600 to get a free 10 wishes, and including with 20 wishes, and including with some sort a new event requirement, such as the triple planner event, triple relics, and triple the garden. But I'm not sure if coming here very soon at that time, so I'm just gonna do my best to roll on a lot of things since that I was gonna get this character soon enough. But before anything to start with, because to appreciate it, to thank you for the Honkai Star Rail been 1 year anniversary for this opportunity, but this is the first ever try to a different game, but it's the same company, but who knows, we're gonna be another game walkthrough of some sort or anything that necessary. You will get any chance to in case you get bored. But I wish there to be some sort of the part experience like that, and a lot of things going on since that day. But for now, let's get started with some events with some sort. If you want to see a preview, I will take every details from each one of it, and then until the very end, you might have to see what's in store with that. So yeah, but if you want to see a lot of things going on with some sort with opportunity, go click on the screens of the number on the to which one I'm gonna choose. Whether I'm going with to proceed on the event, or you want to go to see a story. You decide to choose to figure out which one you're gonna pick. So that means I have to get either way to get some sort with a lot of things. So if you want to skip this through this number over here, but a major warning for this one, if you first time ever to play a story, you might have to get to start all over from the beginning until proceed on continuous story. Like I said, if you see anything to new experiences to play, you are getting to get catch it up some sort. One of my friends told me about this is going to be interesting, and they accept it, so this is going to be interesting. So go check it right now, and then I'll see you the next one. So the first one we're going to do, or tackling for this some sort, was this. Yes. Remember I said, festive gifts it's freely whenever I want. Now we get 10 stars because I already did like 3 days, but I wasn't doing some sort because I was so busy some sort with a bit situation. Cosmic Odyssey. It's a board game with lots of jades and stuff. This is the first anniversary on the Honkai Star Rail. They decided to travel from the Astral Express all the way from to Penacony current location. Oh, Perna Station is the first destination, and the second is the Harilio 6. Followed by Harilio 6, it was the Lofu, and then it's Penacony. What adventure is going to be next in the future, right after all the versions? That will be a good, interesting to tackle at some sort, because if you want to check it out, you might have to see this one to play it. But just to be warned though, you might have to play every day or any day you want until the set of the clock for this one. You have lots of time, or I don't know what planning to do, so good luck with that. I was supposed to get this one in the Vegeta Cup, but we'll get to it after the next one. Trailblaze mission, you know what that means. That's really good. And then there's Simulate Universe World I just unlock. Because every has similar worlds are unlocking being sold with the. This is currently the only available is the R6 are the oldest one, and then it updated from 7, 8, and 9. Yes, because the first SU world is started with 6, and then after that they updated for 7, 8, and 9. Very interesting to add other world unlock. Similar for this one, if you luck with this one, new game available, you might get some more jades. The more merrier. Okay. Now we're ready for the character event warps. Laucha's returning as usual because I got Laucha a while back. And then the next character it's gonna be a spoiler, but if decided to know it about it, go see it in the future. But right now, we have tons to do with this, so I'm gonna roll with 50 for this one, and this is the similar from Genshin for that one. And then we have a Danghang over here. So each has the character, and this one is the light cones, known as the one weapon to artifacts. Yes, that's right. The similar for the light cones are artifacts for this one for weapons. So like kind of like this, but in weapons. In the area, they use this of some sort with the books. But in artifacts and relics, they're similar for with this one, but it's different. So there's a difference. So I'll show you this one. So for example, we have the relics. You can see you can choose it with your head, body, hands, and feet. They're acting like some sort with like a 4-star artifacts that we call in Genshin, but with this one, you can choose it whatever you want with this one. But you have to be warned with this one. So this is a similar from the Genshin, but Genshin doesn't have anything the status effects. Instead, they have a break effects resistance, and effect hit rate. Because lots of it has crit rate and crit damage, but the additional 3 of them, they added with on effect hit rate, effective resistance, and break effect. Yes. So I'll explain this if you wanted to, for first beginners, if you want to try with some experiment. So for those of you who know if those classes right on the screen, those are the classes, because every time you use it for classes, either some sort of what kind of building material uses. So for example, a Harmony character named Sparkle, for example, she has a Harmony, but she has the support type of group. So this is like interesting. If a support type of group, it can raise it up your boosted up for every single time. But I wish you should seen this in the from the stats above that. Don't worry, you may have to figure out which type is gonna use like the Harmony. But if you pick with the choose of 300 from standard warp, if you have the first ever time with 300, you will get a freebie. Like I got Branya from free 300. That's right. This is the interesting. If they have a good support, and we have some very interesting thoughts with this Harmony class. So this will take a not just anything about your attacks or anything. You can use it for defensive and support as a tool for this one. I'll explain all of this on the classes later on this next portion of it. So if you want to check this out, then go skip it right over here and then follow up with some classes and elements in the next portion of this video. So please stay tuned for that one right after this. So that will be explaining to do. But right now, if you want to do some start with the to begin with, so if you want to go part of this portion, go click it right here on this number of the screen. You should start it on the right now, or anything is possible we can do. So good luck with that, and I'll get to right through it, and let's see you in the next event for this one. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so get ready for the events for so far. So I'll explain what this one is. So this is Cosmos Odyssey. It's kind of like a D&D let's say D&D a role character this. It's every refresh single day, but if you get some more, good luck with those ones. So because I'm gonna get this, but if I get this for 100%, and then you have to grab every single time to get 10 million, you get more credits. But right now, we're gonna play some Cosmology to play it. Got 30,000 ordinary dice and remote dice. But before anything to start to play, I must have to be warned about something. If you stop in the middle or some sort until your next day, you lose your progress forever and start all over again. And I'm not even kidding. After all the trailblazing funds, lose your progress and everything, you'll be gone forever and start all over again. For real this time. This is like the worst feeling you have to see if you have to play every single day or until you finish some sort. You get the answer right for this one. So you have to be careful and play smart, I guess. Also, if you want to get to reroll today, simply you have to add with the some sort. So for example, I'm gonna grab with some of my friends over here. But because of that, it only for like to reroll is 3 reroll coins. That is the good thing we have some every Holo contribution. But because of that, I didn't start it from the beginning since I was in busy some sort. We're gonna roll until the very much moment for this one. So let's begin and let's see. I'm gonna roll for this one. 3. This is buff is a Trailblaze. 4 turns. Well, I'm gonna use this one. Buff is a little bit, so I'm gonna be sure I'm gonna be good. 1. Okay. Alright, bedtime. 6. 3. 9. Okay. Okay, they won some a bit. That's kind of fun situation. 3. Okay. Okay, let's play a... Okay, which one am I picking? This? No. Oh! Okay, which one is it? Okay. This is it. I'm picking which one to get pick. If I choose the flower, we win. If it's either this or it's over. Wow! I won! I got lucky! Lucky! Yeah! Then roll it a little bit, and this is the end of the road. Also, you can check on this on Trailblazing affinity questions. You can see I want you to complete all this time until your very end. So maybe I'll pick this one. It's like the similar from Would You Rather one, so that's cool. That's really interesting. Non-human rights, art spills. Showed up a cleanup station long time ago. Wow. I got it right this time. Arts level to Wang Shenling space station. It was a change of the... You let me use service a bit more. Yeah, see? I know. It's a thing we have to observe it to see what we're gonna do. Last but not least... Maybe this one? Yep. We got it. That was good. Alright, now we on to the next one. 3. Okay, I can buy with this dice over here. We got additional, so good luck with that. 20. Ooh! Or thank you. 3. Question mark. Trailblazing funds or buffs? Well, let's go see what happens. 7. Let's retry. 7. No, I want 10 or 12. 10! Hey! We good. Okay. The last time I went there was this. So, I'm guessing I'm going down this time. 1! So we have a free one and remote coin. Okay, 3 more dice. Alright. 2. Going this. Oh no! What was that? Okay, let's see what we can roll. Please, 10 or 12? 7. Lucky streak 50. I don't know. 7 again? Come on. 10. Okay, 11 or 12. That's cool. Continue, please. Let's see how many we need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I play a game or coins? Coins it is. I'm gonna use remote dice. Nice. Okay, I'm rolling it 1, 2, 3. Gonna roll a 5 again. Okay. Time for luck again. Let's see. What we have? This. Nope. Oh. 3,000. That's. It's a bad luck of some sort. Next. 16. Land Quantus. Okay. We need 1, 2, 3. Let's go at 5 again. Sounds cool. Oh, shoot. Bomb image and game. Let's try 1. Drama Squad, we get a castle. Ooh! Script stage plays. Ella, Sparkle, or Hanya? Wow, that's a tough choices. I'm guessing I'm gonna pick was Hanya. I'm not sure, but I'll pick Sparkle. Sparkle, it might be drama actress or some sort. I'll pick her. Who's the best person to set up the stage? I don't know. Shui will be a good one because of the, you know. Who's the best person protagonist? Ooh, a guy? Girl? Situation. Akron might be good for protagonist. Report. I support the ladies with this one because protagonist, she has like good act with this one. Good job for that one. Alright, since we don't have a remote dice, we can only free-ish. 3. What we have here? Oh! It's 30,000. I'm gonna grab that one. 5. 8. Ooh! 3. Okay. The end. Now, Bellabugs. What's this? Oh. Okay. Yeah, this one is good for pipe down. Let's surrender, hope they're great, or I got lies for Miles. Oh, good, there's something more for me. Ooh, that's good. I'm thinking, oh. This one? Yeah, Fist of Science of them. Yeah, I guess we really should turn this around. Warping complete. Now we have 4 chances. 4. Flying. What we have? 2. Ooh, okay. I'm starting to like this one. Yep. 5. Going up. What we have? Remote dice, please. Oh, another dice? Oh, sweet. 3. Okay, I'll get a freebie. 1 roll die. 1. Sure, let's go. Okay, so how many I need? Maybe I could roll 4 for this. Yeah. Sure. 1 more roll. Let's see. Okay, let's go for roll at 4. Yeah! Boing. Now it's time to contribute it. Yay, good. Good, we're gonna get a more progress at the moment, but 160, sweet. Okay, okay. All right. So that's everything on the event for this one. If you want to play every single day, you might have to catch it up with some sort before 1 year anniversary. So you might have to check this out. So the next one we're gonna go is the story. So I'll see you on the story, and I'll be right there on the next portion, shall we? And we're back. Today we're learning about some of the experiences about the classes known as paths. Because if you want to be a beginner's like to start with, I suggest you should skip at this video of the timeline over here. You want to do it again with this guideline here. So have to be sure if you want to use that path, whatever you use this path. So if you want to listen to this or some classes some sort, you might have to go ask about how you're gonna use with the tips and tricks the uses for the what path was gonna use. So let's begin to start it if you pay attention to this for this one. So Harmony. Harmony is a support character and it can requires boost damage from your teammates. Like for example, Bronya. Bronya can be helpful for this team by power of speed and crit damage. But what does it do? Because in order to get this to Harmony to support it some sort, basically you use a skill and then you can target as a which support teams the most. Sometimes it can be attacker during the boost per turns whatsoever. And it might be useful for the usage if it's some sort with, oh, you can do a character has a requirements. Like Bronya can make it helpful with some sort with the speed and crit damage. The other character is the 4-star character you want to try is Hanya. Hanya can be a good with a speed and attack boost at the same time. That would be a good example to use this for the support
Are
with.
today's records different from yesterday's? Probably.
Oh yeah.
Very different.
So he was just riding like
Probably
some
not.
sort, but she can handle this with attacks and speed, and he can use a attack as uses a smart tactician with this one. Let's say you trap with some sort of status or anything. This is a go-to. If Bronya and Hanya can do some sort with it very powerful, it might be thinking that will be interesting. And especially if you have this one, like Sparkle, she's good with crit damage, support boost, and it's lots of strategies. Like for example, this one has a special one as a skill. She has extra actions from the number requirement.
Were you shocked just now?
Yes, this one, it might be a good handy abilities if you make sure if you have like the Harmony characters can be a supportive of some sort. If you want to try with something with the for Harmony character, Bronya, Hanya, and Sparkle can be a like say represents as a support team if you good some for damage or anything. Besides, if I'm using some with like a good star character, sword star character like Harmony, Tingyun, or Asta can be something really nice for the addition for the team. Might be good. And might be something for this one. Both of them are really good, but if you get a freebies like this one or Asta, and you can make me something good for this one. Next is Destruction. Destruction is as a merciless attack. For instance, you wanted to be like a good Destruction character, like Hook, for example. She is Destruction, a path. And also you can use it for sneak attacks or you can raise up powerful. It might be a good idea to use it. Another sample was this one is Shui Yi is the quantum of destruction. Sometimes she can breaks up with break effects or anything with this some sort. But it powerful so we can use can break free anything some sort.
The path is clear. Let's get going.
It might be good idea to use it for some sort. Misha is also additional if you have the wave of that one. It might be a good. But if you want to pick is Destruction, if you want for your team, is either Physical Trailblazer. If you start the beginning of the game, it has massive damage with, say, a crit damage with all attacks. But avoid anything like defense or anything for Physical Trailblazer. Just use attacks and then you can heal yourself as a skill. That's a good thing. The second thing I wanted to try was this one, is Donghong Ebider Lune. I understand what they have destruction, and use it some sort with a more powerful, and you can be some sort with a good AoE damage if he uses some enhanced skills or whatever you prefer. And my third choice, if I'm gonna pick, was Jinglu. Jinglu, she's like noble character in Starwell, but sometimes she can be a powerful force by using a some sort of inner strength for this one. I might be thinking she will be a good perfect if like a Physical Trailblazer is the third option. Jinglu and Ebider Lune Donghong can be anything with powerful. You might be oh, you can grab it with some sort of character, and then you might have to defend or healing of some sort to be careful to choose from, because if you get me something like, oh, I ran up the
Danger.
action numbers, or you can do with some sacrifice HP for your teammates. That's worrisome for this one. So be careful with that, and always this one to pick a character for destruction. Pick your destruction character suitable, and then you might be good for this one.
Danger.
Next path is the abundance. Abundance, it can heal everyone, including with some dispel debuffing, or it can do some support just in case with some sort. Poor Wow. Okay. This one example is Wow, for example. I pick her because, one, she can heal teammates by a range. By blast attacks, it means that sometimes if you pick with Wow, I suggest you put a second team member or third team member to make sure the blast, we can use it for the range of the healing teammates. But sometimes if you pick first team member or fourth, you don't have to put on that the first or fourth. Use the second or third team member for this one. Another example for the abundance character was Natasha. Natasha is a freebie when you progress on the rank up Trailblazer level. She is a saving grace for this one if you use some sort can heal by one restore, but it automatically is when it's low HP. When it's the teammate HP on low, she can heal your teammate on her or yourself. That's a handy tool you have. The similar with this one for Natasha was Lao Cha, but where is he? There he is. Okay, Lao Cha is also good with this one because he can heal. He can heal during on that turn, the similar to Natasha's, but when it's on the field, it can heal regenerate for many turns as you want until you're faded with the numbers by some sort. That's a good another sample for like 5 stars, but if you choose a 4 stars, like for example, if you have a 5-star like Wow or Laucha, this is the best way to use it for whatever you want to pick by dispelling or anything by your choose. This is your handy tool for item if you don't have any character like that. But if you have a 4-star character healer for abundance, Natasha is the first one. And Lynx. Lynx is additional on the team by regards if you want to use it. But sometimes if I pick any with the HP regenerates, that'd be a good idea to use it. And including this new character, Gallagher. Now, Gallagher might be a new character for this one. Like, he can heal by teammates as well. Plus, his ult can burst it by himself. I suggest this one could be a useful item for that one if you don't have anything for male healers or some sort. But this is the first male healer. Besides on the 4 stars, like Laucha is the 5-star, and there's Gallagher for 4-star. I suggest to pick your those types you have. Sure to make like a to pick the choice with. So you want to get Bailu for this early if you want this one. But she can do with the ultimate with some another boost, but her talent can revive by by your teammates. Yeah, Bailu, you're being fun right now. Okay, next is the hunt. The hunt is something with a attack, but it's some sort with a speedy type. We're gonna use it for tactics. Yes, because if you want to focus on the hunt by like a single target, I bet if you want to use it, Yangqing might be say, "Oh no, this is a good character but bad stats or anything." But no, you're wrong. This is the type we can use for single target. Like if you raise it up for a boost by one some sort, it might be use it for either solo or you can use it some weaknesses if you have support. But you have to be warned for this one. Hunt can be something cool with this one. Like Doctor Ratio. Like if you want to use it some sort, it's for a single target. Might be useful for this one. The other thing I want to check the hunt was the 4-star freebie was Dong Hong. Not the IL Dong Hong, it's original Dong Hong himself. Because yeah, you can use it for attack boost and then use it for speeds and anything with a lot of power. This is your free time if you go in on to check the assorted character who has really good for the hunt. Similar for the Shu Shang, because Shu Shang focus on attacks and physical. But imagine if is a really good strategy, if like the hunt for single target. I suggest if you pick a character for 5-star was the Doctor Ratio, Yan Sheng for 5-star. 4-star is just gonna be a Shu Shang and Dang Hang. But none of the characters doesn't have the hunt. But yeah, only Shu Shang and Dang Hang does have anything with the hunt. I wish you had some different characters like those ones, but who knows about this? It might be good, but it doesn't figure out where you're supposed to find the hunt characters besides those. It might be a good idea to use. Next is Preservation. Now, Preservation, I said when I mentioned earlier, is that the Harmony we can support any for defense or anything. But if you want to go defensive side, I suggest we should pick anything. Preservation takes a reduced damage for a long time to hit by either using a shield. It does not damage, but the shield will drain out until you have more damage with, because this is a good support with defense. Like because Japard is really good defensive if alt can be defense for everybody. Wu Shuang, this one, like I said, from the defensive side and you use HP, it boosted up for a while. But I thought it was for Harmony, but no, this is Wu Shuang is the Preservation.
From top to bottom. The third to
So
last
you might
one
can use it for anything using the Preservations.
slacking off right now.
The other thing we have mentioned with the other Preservation was the one character I don't have anything with Preservations, because this one is the Fire Trailblazer. Spoiler alert for this one, if you progress up to your story and then you unlock this one, he can make a defensive with the fire, and at the same time, I suggest to pick with the, or I don't know, you can for the for Preservation, you're making good excellent with this one, so that's all bet we can do.
Nice.
Erudition. Okay, Erudition. This is the saving grace if you have for follow-up attack smarts by multi-attacks.
Goddess Adrilla,
because
when will you respond to my
Erudition
pleas?
isn't a great use for anything for the, oh, you can use chip and damage or you can do some sort. The best of the two of we have is Erudition was our Genshi and Jing Yuan. I got the Jing Yuan a while back from the days because he's a good at follow-up attacker, and it boosts up with the
Life is as
electric
ephemeral as dew on a
for
leaf,
lightning damage
and
for
full of
for
strife.
some sort with the power we have. And based on the numbers we have Erudition, you can use it as a follow-up attack and can use any possible can do. Because this one has more attacker and uses some sort a flick damage with some sort. Might be good. And especially if the female with the picks
When will
like
you respond to my pleas again?
Himiko. Himiko is the first ever 5-star that uses with the follow-up attacks. She will get this a progress on the story, and then she can follow like any movements you have. But the one thing for sure, if another 4-star character to get this was Herta and Kensha. Herta, for this one, you can get this by the simulated universe. To get each one of the Hertas will get a good a free 4-star character. But sometimes the ice can be a good chip and damage. That is a good way to use the Herta users if you can use it some sort. Chinchincha, I'm feeling this is like a luck chance, but I didn't try the chance to get her for chance. Because of that, you might have to test your luck with that one, and then you get some blast damage by quantum attacks. Yes. That's a disappointing way. I don't know why. This is like, I think you pick for the Erudition is the Argenshi and Jingwen. And also Himiko. For the 4 stars, Bird is the best choice you want to pick if you don't have 5 stars. But Chincha, I guess you made it to that some sort. But wish I have a different character has a good stats with some sort. Yeah. I guess we should, whatever one we use it, some sort. Last but not least is Nihility. Nihility is some sort with a good tons of damage over time, additional effects to the buffing on there some sort. Let's start with the Silver Wolf. She's a debuffer, but she can randomize with the defense, attack, or speed decrease to the enemies. Yes, she can do some sort with the power to the Nihility to change any modes you want. But
Server's still not open.
But I wanted to get the next option you will get is Wealth, but unfortunately, Wealth doesn't have my in account because I was so gonna get this one. He can do some slow damage and you can levitate for this one. Very useful for that one. One of the surprising characters in a 4-star in Nihility was Sampo. Sampo might be weird, but this is a no joke for this one. If you don't have a Nihility characters with particular some sort, Sampo is the get to smart to get on the by wind shears and everything. Besides, if you get a Kafka or anything with the Nihility characters, I guess if you pick a 4-star card or freebie Sampo, this is your get to go. But Black Swan is a good additional to this one if you get some information of the Arcanus. But subsorted some with the damage with some sort, she can do AoE damage.
Seem to be different again.
Yes, AoE damage Nihility user if we get this one. I believe if you want to pick with some nihilities, I suggest you pick with any characters with the or 5-star was Kafka, Black Swan, and
Heaven trigram on both ends.
one character in particular I want to get was Welt.
Today is a good day for
But like I said, Nihility can be useful for this one. If you use it for some sort with the 4-star, I suggest you pick Sampo, obviously your choice if you want. Luca, it can be used for this one. It's a Nihility. And another one Nihility is really surprising was Pella. Pella is the ice user, but they debuff in some sort with the similar for Silver Wolves. If you don't have any Silver Wolf for that, Pella is uses for this one
I
and
understand.
can be a useful tool. Especially it can help us with some sort with the ultimate some chip or more damage. I guess you should think about why you smart about the damage over time, known as DOT. Alright, there you have it. Did you get these tips and tricks right? So, if you want to go see the next story about this, go click here right now. But I will get to the next part by sooner than later for this one. So, we'll get to the story and I'll get to the next segment. Welcome to the part of the story of the Honkai Star Rail. Spoiler alert for this one, for those of you for tuning in for the last portion. We're going to tackle the stories just only for a while, and then I'll be back again some sort with like to finish up the story. That's how some sort. Let's say it takes how many hours or minutes for this one, so I'm gonna make a portion with almost like 30 minutes for this one. So if you want to progress up your story, I might have to follow on twitch.tv to continue up with left off, but tune in and we'll figure right now for this adventure with this one. So further ado, let's begin the story.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin.
Could Robin actually...
Well, first of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie. This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC. Did you really think the Galaxy Rangers were outsiders this whole time? Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality. What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line. Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission. Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter. An unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity. Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die?
Could be that that's just one side of the story?
It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time, and I'm willing to wait. I just hope you realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows, right?
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do, but you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express. I told you I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison. This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death. It'll just quietly float off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever being the wiser. That's not fair, right? So then, friend, I need your help.
What kind of help?
I have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means. Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions, and that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you, and the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice, and I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win situation.
So you want to take advantage of the family trust in us?
Don't worry, just head back and talk things over with your companions. That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me. Oh, and take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it. So long, friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the truth about death with everyone.
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
What now? What are your plans?
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be. He doesn't know about Miss Firefly yet, but judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking. That's quick thinking and very sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers.
For Firefly's sake, we must get to the bottom of all of this.
That is something I agree on. Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail. In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern. As for the other questions...
Did Dad kill Robin?
I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
Have you noticed else unusual?
Two victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span, in and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or everything has been planned out and executed by someone. If someone has chosen these victims deliberately, first a smuggler, then a family celebrity, then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over.
Do you think this is to connect to Acheron?
Sorry, I can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of providing an answer. But without a doubt, she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her.
I don't have any other questions.
It's all happened so quickly, I can only make conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify the source of this confusion. Come, this way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost. This way. This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare. Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened, and it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths, and ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Ah, hold on just a sec. There you go. A small parting gift. If one day you unfortunately fall into the deep waters of the memory zone and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf. I also pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you.
Hey, thank you.
Then, I've something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's leave things there, shall we? What fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
Let's meet up there. All right.
A family rep. Is Himiko okay?
Looks like we're going to the express crew. Dong Hong's joining too. I wonder.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Let's hope so. Some time ago, somewhere in deep memory zone.
Better unsheath that blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
You're still alive, as are you. You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
Taurus Fire Demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die, just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, They are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance? I plan to bring Purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have. Emanator. You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this. Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity. I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow. May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next, then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light, and to burn, to keep on burning, until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan. But We never expected Miss Robin to...
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Big Aventurin is guard against Acheron.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurin's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
So, you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
Alright, it's fine. Let's focus the big picture for now.
You're like a broken record.
Never mind.
Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
We'll collaborate. Thanks, boss.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Let's talk to Himiko.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
Going for Acheron, I guess?
Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her, and can't rush to any conclusions.
Well, we don't have no conclusion yet.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Yeah, I hear you. Now let's talk to Welt.
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Thus, he has another plans.
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
I think she's a very mysterious woman. Here?
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
So, if you see this a question, the red it makes you a truth out of it. But why would you do that? Alright. March 7?
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up. But I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank. Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here? Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
We'll store all dreams back to normal. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the two murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himiko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch. Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Well,
Is there something about my name?
first, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, Those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch, this music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, show
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... no. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! Mommy! Mommy, the rain! It's raining!
Raining? Raining?
It is raining! It's true! Those Outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself, until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible, gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the Hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Oh, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
Okay, before we get to end this off, this says a story unfolds, real chance to progress to start with other characters' POV. When entering POV first time, that character will automatically place first in your team. Check your Fate Atlas to ongoing mission to see what paths are you choosing. If you want to change your for details, please see this if you want to create your story. Like say, for example, if you want to choose with the team with that one, there's just anything places you have from the whatever uses. Like for example, if you want to use a Trailblazer or Adventuring, this is the path we're gonna use.
This familiar wind.
That means you're gonna stuck for a screen for a while until you finish the story. Yes. That was exactly what we're gonna use. Is this kind of new mechanic in Star Rail. But don't worry. This will hold on until the future on the Star Rail updates and whatever comes. And so that will be it for this one. This I supposed to have said 30 minutes? No. This is an hour for exactly. But if you wanted to go check on Honkai Star Rail to play, make sure you check on the Hoyoverse for the Honkai Star Rail and get a download for free on PC and PS5. So if you want to grab every single time to grab on the Honkai Star Rail, this is your chance to grab it. But also in mobile, make sure you have to write a the saturates and or vsyncs for everyone, so that way everyone can play during on the go. But that will be it for this one. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you the next video. Has nothing particular with, so have yourself a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and have yourself a good night. And on to the next video, shall we?